love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to move.
What's up, everybody? I'm back. It's been a while. It's been almost a year since Len Live was a thing. Some of you might not even remember it. So every Friday, I'd like to come on and just talk. Kind of chat, talk about what's new, talk about what's up. See the Purple Gang's here. Both my boys. Curtis here. Facebook user, you want to go on... Curtis dropped a link in the chat for him. What's going on there is you're not allowing Facebook to access... StreamYard to access you. What's up, Dave? My boy Dave. Maverick's here. What's up, buddy? You need to go and allow them to access your Facebook account to display the name on the screen. Otherwise, they don't know who you are. That's good to know because there's a lot of shows anymore besides this train wreck doing Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and it'll allow for you to be known. Otherwise, everyone that does that just shows up as Facebook user. Mav, thanks, buddy. The office is a work in progress. It was a bedroom, and then it was a COVID schoolroom, and then I reclaimed it as an office full on. For the past couple months, I've been working on it, setting up some shelving in the back, detolfs, different things I had. I'm trying to get the collection out. It's an awkward little space because it's like an alcove that's built into the actual room, and I got walls all around me, front, sides, everywhere, and it's a little awkward because it's like you're stuck in like a little cubby, and I don't know if it makes some weird echoes. Hey, Curtis, put up the link. Thanks, buddy. Everyone, if you're on Facebook or you're a Facebook user, I know it's been a while, but go and do that. There's a lot of anything that's in the cabal that's going into a Facebook group is going to need that, so everyone can know who you are. Thank you, Curtis. How am I sounding, everyone? I kind of hey, Kent Poole, what's up, Ken? I kind of did a whole new setup. It went a little crazy this week. I wanted a new light, which is giving me issue. Is one of the reasons I am late. I wanted a new desk lamp, and I ordered one from Amazon. And hey, what's up, Kirby? Thanks, buddy. I wanted a new desk lamp. I got one from Amazon, and it came with a one of those instead of a clamp, it's built for a desk. And because this desk is built into a cubby, there's no edges. So the clamp down system didn't work. And that came at the bottom of the lamp. So I really like this lamp. It's like all gooseneck. It has multiple LEDs. You can move it all around. Like if I want to work at this desk to do like paint or like any kind of intricate work, I can bring it down. So I wanted it to work. And I ended up ripping everything out, all the monitors, the computer, everything. This was like at the end of the day. And then I had to build a shelf against the back wall to clamp it to, but I also got to clamp the boom mic to it, so it got it out of my way. And it gave me a nice little shelf to put my Migo Fonzies and work from work on. So yeah, that's what's up. Just kind of doing that. See, sounds like a jar of flies. Is there a buzz? Is that what's going on, Facebook user? I'm not really sure. Or did I say something weird? I'm not getting much feedback here. Hello. Turning my headphones down a little. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I had a buzzing issue going on with my computer for a while. When we were doing the other show, when we were doing Legion's Cast, I was driving them crazy with it, and it was the fan on my computer. But I took the PC out, I cleaned it up as much as I can, and hopefully it went away. Hey Justin, what's up, man? How's it going? What up, G? What's not clean about it? Is it like a buzzing? Is that what you're getting? Like some kind of audio feedback? Like I said, I'm afraid it might be this PC, or either that or the soundboards. Just really dirty. How about if I just turn the mic down a little bit? How's that? I got to get these levels right because I'm doing the big show on Sunday. Just shelve it. I'm gonna be there. Did the buzzing go down that I turned the gain of the mic down? Let me know because I just did that. So what's up? What's everybody up to? Like I said, it's been a while. We were jamming pretty hard. Hell yeah, man. Just shelve it. It's the big show. I love that show. Not just because my buddies do it. It's a really good, really well put together, really excellently produced show, unlike this mess. It did go down a little. All right, maybe just the gain was too high on the mic. I'm gonna have to mess with that. Like have someone come into the studio with me and mess with it when I'm not annoying everyone. Um, so what was everyone's week like? Today is Friday, the 26th. We're at the end of the month. Man, January went fast. January's like my replenish month when I'm looking to like kind of recover from everything. Like reestablish clean because I'm a whirlwind. If you didn't hear, make messes everywhere I go. And unfortunately, the best laid plans always fall apart because I always get a little busy in the beginning of January, and then it kind of slows down when I don't want it to, and then we get snow, and it's always something, right? But yeah, we're trucking along. If you haven't noticed on the Wolf King website, unfortunately, the inventories are really low. So we had a really good sales, really good things happened during December, from November, Thanksgiving on until the first week of January. And there's just an out of stock, a ton of it. And I've been making it, so it's good. I've been breaking apart the show inventory to kind of like integrate that more and replenish and kind of redistribute what I do at shows. That I can talk about that later. But yeah, I'm kind of doing like some different things, and I'm going to be updating those inventories like this weekend is the goal. I not only on parts but also on figures. I got a big resupply the other day for figures too, so that's going to be cool. I'm going to be doing a lot more of the packs, which are like like for example, I'll give you a very specific. I got some deluxe dwarf builders, which are great figures, and I'm going to do some dwarf part packs where it's a huge value. I mean, you're basically getting the parts for free, and it's a great starter, like to kind of like grab a figure, grab the parts, and just give it a whirl. Everyone seemed to really like those, so I'm going to be doing more of those. That's kind of like the replenish of figures that I got. We're really focused on those packs, so that should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that. We did a really crazy sale. When was that? It was like New Year's Day. It was a 1-day sale, and I kind of said to everyone, just trust me and order the stuff. It was a lot of the figures were 20% off, and you'll get parts with it. And I get to go and I can look at all the parts I have and pick out specific ones, and almost like a challenge. Like, hey, here's some parts. Here's the figure. It's not just random. See what you can do with it. And a couple guys did it, and it's pretty cool. And I'm hoping to see more of them. I know it's like a busy time. Like you're not always ready to do a custom the minute you get it. So I can't wait to see more of that. Hey, Tomas, what's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? Steve-O, didn't you notice that the scaphoid was on sale? I put it on sale to bring it the normal price. I only have two left. There might not even be any left because those might be my two. Let's see here. G saying it's the year of the dwarf. I argue that. I think 2025 is going to be the year of the dwarf. I don't see too many tours coming to us in 2024, so I don't get why 24 is. Now, if you want 25, you can have 25. I mean, this year should really be the year of the skeletons, I would think, because we're going to get a lot of bones, right? The way I see it. Yeah, man, Scaphoid is priceless. You better believe he is. I love all those figures that are just crazy colors. Yeah, so I'm, as you can see, I made a nice overlay here. So I'm learning that on StreamYard. I'm going to, I've been kind of researching stuff and figuring out how to do some cool graphics and things. If I could figure out how to kill this washout lighting overhead, that would be a really good thing. Um, I do have another camera angle I wanted to show you guys. See, see, this would be the other one, but I would have to face this screen and have it like looking at you. I kind of feel like that camera might be better because it's sucking in less light. I find with these webcams, the independent ones, the USB ones that you buy, that some of them draw in more light, like they're compensating for a low light condition. Um, I wish there was a way to, if I was a over the top tech guy, I could probably figure that out. Um, but it's like, it's, hey, what's up? Just talking to you. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going, buddy? So I noticed that a lot of the webcams really, they're designed and made to like really pull in a lot of light. And sometimes I think they overcompensate with the software versus the hardware. And that's why a lot of guys, if you notice, have issues with that, like where their lighting's really weird. Because I could turn my lighting off and this would look okay, but then you're not going to see anything around me and it looks like I'm in a tunnel. I might have to I might have to talk to Trevor about that because it's definitely a weird thing. So that's like another like high angle, which I was kind of going for. I'm sorry, I'm talking this. If you didn't notice, the bumper for the show said that this is all like just random. So I'm sorry. I'll get to some stuff eventually. So I'm gonna go back to this one because then it lets me look at my main monitor. But I can switch that up. I'll probably review it later. Let's see, Kirby's telling me that there's usually a setting for white balance. So those are mole people, so you expect everyone else to live in tunnels. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... See, but then when you use like a ring light or any kind of extra lighting, it's sucking in that light and it's like overshooting. So I just let Windows um, install its own drivers for these cameras. So I don't know if I need to like specifically get the specific drivers and programs for them so I can change the white balance. Doug. Yeah, I could use, yeah, I'm probably could use a little makeup. See, because like if I bring my hand close, you get that more natural lighting. And then, like I said, if I turn that light off, it's going to look different. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Let's see here. So, what's going on this week? I'm going to talk about what's coming up in Legion's toy media. We obviously have a lot of media out there. I kind of like to give a shout out to a lot of my friends and let people know what's going on. So I just literally whipped together this really quick slideshow. If I miss anyone, don't be upset with me. Send me a link on like Thursdays or Fridays and let me know what you have going on. Because if it's toy related and it's mythic adjacent in any way, I will gladly add that to this. See, Kirby's going. I'm going back. Sorry. So Kirby's saying it's more than likely it's a software setting, but student license. Okay, I actually did put a piece of paper over the middle light, right? That's why I was late, and it did help. So I'm going to look into the diffusion, Kirby. Thank you. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. Hey, Joseph, what's up, man? Yeah, Curtis, I could probably use a tan more, but, you know, can't really do that right now. All right, so apparently on Legion's Lair, on January 30th, which would be this coming Tuesday, We have the boys are going to have on Kevin Boots, and Kevin Boots is on a lot of stuff. He's always in the comments. Great guy. Always has great posts in the Cabal. So that's a really interesting grab to get to be able to talk to Kevin. Um, those guys do a super fun show. I had the privilege of being on it not that long ago. It was post Legions Con in December. And I will be honest, it was a hoot. Those guys are so funny. And I love the fact that they're just having fun. Just have fun. And, it's toys. It's toys. Have fun. It's a good time. Don't take it super serious. And that show was awesome. I was triple knighted, which I think they said was the first time and only time that ever happened. So that was a really fun show. So Kevin's good people, like Tomas said. So get in there and watch the show, see what Kevin has to say, learn a little about people in our community that give a lot to the community. It's a fun time. Those guys, the Lair likes to focus on the community, and that's really nice. Let's see. Comments. I was knighted 4 times, or you were? I know it was a lot. They told me that. Oh, Mr. Booch, you most definitely do not suck. That's why you get to be on the Lair, my friend. I'm very excited for that. Oh, I got a secret night. I wasn't aware that I got a secret night chatting. I chat. That's funny, man. That's cool. So yeah, it's definitely a great show. Oh, my buddy, Mr. Anthony Seal is here. He's Mr. He's moving on up the corporate ladder. That's why we're not seeing as much of him. He's there, but he's a busy man. He's doing what's right for himself and his family. All right, so let's see. Next slide is Purple Gang. Purple. The boys are on episode 3 tomorrow at 9 p.m. PGG, bringing it to YouTube. You guys are in the Cabal too, right? Because that's why you made the event, or are you only on? I watched the first 2, but I watched them on YouTube. So these guys are driving for 250, and they're driving hard. They're driving a dump truck on fire, straight to 250. If they get 250 subs by the time the show happens, they are giving away I can't believe this. I'm not even sure if it's true. They're giving away a scapular. And if they get to 500, they're giving away a purple speedboat, I heard. That's the rumor. I can't really confirm nor deny it. They're both here. So maybe they can. But yes, this hot dump truck on fire is going to be slamming into your homes in all its purple fury tomorrow night at 9. If you guys want to have fun, you want to have a good time, toys are fun. Toys are a good time. They might talk about toys. They might talk about anything. They might say some things you don't want to hear. But be there tomorrow. No lie. So he's saying no lie. It's a good grab, man. That's probably one of the hottest giveaways I've seen. Hey, what's up, Mark? There's the pretty house seal. Mr. Green Face himself. PGG's tons of fun, man. And yes, they're giving away a scaffold. Wait, what's this? Special guest Curtis. He's inevitable. The man is inevitable. He's going to be taking it over. Wait, what? I don't know how that just happened. All right. And then on Thursday, February 1st, these 3 turkeys are doing Legions Cast Live episode 55. The subject is who are the best female characters? And that is not just mythic, but cosmic too. So Emil, Steven, and I will be using the tier. I think, is that what it's called? Tier, which was extremely popular last time we used it. Man, you guys loved it. It's a fan-driven episode. We man the chat hardcore, and we take feedback, and we rank things. and it's a system of ranking where it's like, a scale. And it was just so much fun because we were like listening to the chat, talking about it amongst ourselves, moving things up and down, and it was tons of fun. People loved it. It was probably the most interaction we ever had, and we were like, we got to do that again. So we are going to be doing that for the best female characters. And Emil, the wizard of graphics, has already started it. And when he told us how many there were, it was pretty surprising. There's a lot more than we thought. I wouldn't, if I had to guess, I probably would have guessed like 3/4 of what that number is. And I'm not saying that number because I can't freaking remember it. Um, it was high though. I was really surprised how many female characters there were. What's up, Carver? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, Mark did hack your stream. That was hilarious. It's great stuff. So yeah, so that's next. So I'm not going in order here. Calendar dates. Next time I'll shape this up. Because you can tell. So this coming Sunday, in a couple of days, at 8 p.m. Eastern, Shooting the Shelf, which is a fantastic show that is Legions heavy and Legions adjacent, but not all about Legions. The guys really mix it up. Curtis and Jesse do an awesome job. If you didn't catch last week's show, they had some dude on that makes toys from New Jersey. He's like a transplant. He came from somewhere else. I don't know, some dude, and he was pretty good. It's an interesting show to watch. No, I'm just kidding. You all know who it was. It was Eric Treadaway, and amazing interview. They asked him some questions that not everyone asks, and learned some things. We all learned some really cool things. Like I didn't know that like Eric just doesn't like to sculpt with clay anymore. Like, like you figure it's something that like if you pick up a blob of clay, you might just have some fun with it and whatever. But he's like, no, it's so limiting in what he can do that he's moved on so far that he doesn't want to do it anymore. We also learned that he's a big, that him and his family are huge. I'm not going to tell you. Go watch the show. Give the guys a like. Give them a watch, sub, thumbs up. Great show. And apparently they're having two goons on that you're probably seeing way too much of these two guys lately. Myself and Mr. Stephen Bushotti will be on. And it's going to be an exciting show. Are we saying what we're doing, Curtis? I don't know. There he is. What's up, buddy? I hope you're feeling better. Let us all know. I know everyone's concerned. We didn't see you last night. Let us know how you're feeling. So, also, this is scheduled for February 1st, and this happens at 7:30, pretty much right after we are done with Legion's cast. The Legion's Ladies Live channel is going to have on the madman himself, the Taco Devourer, the West Coast Warrior, Mr. Walter Hagen, is going to be on the Ladies Live, and that's going to be really good. Those guys are doing a fantastic job with their show. Make sure you check that out, and that is at 7:30, Thursday, February 1st. Jesse feels like a leftover burrito that you heated up in the microwave and forgot about. Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I hope that or I hope you're at least on the rebound. Remember to hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And I don't know what the schedule is yet because there's no announcement to a Legion's Lounge show on Monday. I actually had the privilege of seeing Trevor this week and breaking bread with him for a bit, and he said he wasn't sure. So I just wanted to mention him and just point out to everyone that you want to look for the 1/6 Shooter channel on YouTube, because that's where the Legion's Lounge happens. Also, can I say a personal indulgence of mine? Trevor's 1/6 shows, like the this one here, the pop culture catch up one, if you can see it, the 1/6 pack. I don't collect 1/6 scale. I think they're awesome. Like I marvel at them, but I guess I do collect 1/6 scale. don't I? I collect Mondo Motu. Oh, okay, I'm a liar. But I don't collect like Hot Toys and things. But man, I watch that show every week, and I told him that because it's just fun. It's a really cool show. The guys know their stuff. They're not like, guessing at it or like just throwing stuff at the wall. They own the product. Like they're not just being like, oh, let's go on this website and we're gonna look at like the picture of this and talk about it. Like those guys own it. They have it. They're critical, or they're not negative, but they're very critical in a very like cool way because they're not afraid to say what they really feel about like a figure, what it looks like, how it how well the company did with it, or how horrible they did. So it's just a great show. I would suggest that even if you're not a fan of 1/6, then maybe it can make you one. But I would definitely suggest you check that out because the guys also have a really cool dynamic. They just really vibe really well, and they all have a certain knowledge they bring to the table. I think two of the guys all, I don't know if they all do photography, but they obviously have a lot of information about photography on toys in general too. Yeah, Kirby, they're like the elite as opposed to us 1/12 mere mortals. But I mean, you can't, no matter what, you can't deny that those Barbie dolls look awesome. Like they're amazing. I've always thought that they just look phenomenal. I've fought the temptation. I own one. I got the the Mandalorian and Grogu one, and I don't have it out yet, but they're they're amazing. Like they're beautiful toys, and I can appreciate it, so that's why I like watching it. And that's all I have for the roundup. Curtis, I didn't know if you guys were doing Odd World, Off World, Abe's World on tonight. I don't remember seeing any hyper about it, but if you guys didn't check out last week's Off World, I highly suggest it, especially if you're getting into classifieds and Joe's, because they had a really good show, and they talked Joe's, and it was really informative. Good, good show. I would definitely. I'm stuttering and stammering because I can't remember the name of the guest, and I was just raving about it at lunch yesterday with the person I was having lunch with, and I know him. And Curtis, help me. I'm floundering, my friend. Okay, so Curtis is saying that there is an off world tonight. Best promotional items, cereal, fast food, etc. That's a fun topic. That's pretty interesting. Chris Kelly, goddamn. I'm sorry, Chris. I know you. I've known you for years. Ugh. Chris's collection is freaking awesome. Like he has a great Joe collection. He did a brief walkthrough through it and shows you like each shelf and like what's up and what's on it, and it's really cool. They kind of give you a little like inside vibe on what is going on with classifieds in that world, and I can definitely say that you guys should definitely check out last week's Odd World if you're even remotely interested in classifieds. Yeah, that's not mine, Jesse, that Cyberman head. Believe it or not, a lot of this nerd stuff is my wife's. She likes that world too. That Cyberman head is hers. I gave it to her for Christmas a couple of years back. That I found it at a toy show. It's really cool. It modulates your voice too. It's really neat. Purple Gang Gang is making it their mission to get Atlanta Purple vibing. Oh, buddy, don't think that's not on the part of my plans. I already have them on order, possibly. So, what's up? What do you guys want to see? What do you want to talk about? We've been rambling. I've been rambling for half an hour now, talking about whatever. I kind of had queued up. I wanted to talk about Poxus a little bit because Poxus is worth talking about. What I'm going to share with you is the Four Horsemen Studios Facebook page. Let me shut down my combo here. Um, and the reason I'm sharing that Facebook page is because the pictures are there. It's just easier. I mean, why make a new slideshow if I got them all here? Let's see. Yesterday they showed the new boxes for Scourge. Really cool box. We heard that this was going to be different packaging than what we got from the PowerCon early release Scourge. So, I mean, same figure, but different packaging. It's got a cool, as you can see, purple vibe going on. Purple vibe. It's got a new cross-sell back with the newer, some of the later wave figures. Let's see, we got Scourge on the front, and just a really nice purple packaging. I know. Oh, fun note: the item on the back is Zaxius, so that's what they updated, like the cross sell on the back with Zaxius Wave, which is really cool because that's kind of, I would assume that's going to be an update. Like, I mean, you can't fit them all on there, so you're going to have to like either bump older waves off, but I'm sure those guys have some really cool plans for that. Let's see. I don't think these pictures show the front on Four Horsemen O'Clock, which I watched. They showed the top, and the top is a little different too, than what we've seen, which is really cool. Right, Jeremy, there's no picture of it. Let's see what's Jeremy saying here. I mean, the station shown on the art is, oh, the station shown. All right, let me go back. Oh, right here. Okay. So like the space station that's in orbit. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. That's awesome. Yeah, on the back bottom down there. That's cool. Yeah, Nate's crushing the cosmic art. I mean, I don't think I've seen him do anything that I don't like, but I really love that he can kind of do that cosmic stuff too. I wanted to bring up the pictures that Jeremy has of his. This was from his show on Wednesday, and if you obviously want like real deal pictures and video of him showing you and telling you different things, then go back and watch that video from Wednesday night. There was a lot of information as usual. And there's a lot of good like insight into the wave and what's out so far. If you guys don't know, which I'm sure you do, I feel like I'm being repetitive because we're all friends and we all see the same things, but you know that the brute scales and the all-ins aren't here yet, right? Because of the container situation. So the guys are sending out what they can, meaning if you ordered, the wizards only in your order, then chances are you're going to get your order now. But if you ordered an all-in plus one of each wizard extra, I don't know how that situation works. Jeremy, let me know what they're doing. I'm not sure. So, but if you ordered like, a brute and wizards, they're holding it because it's just silly. They're not going to send 2 packages and pay double the shipping. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah, Hellstone Warlock. So the retailer street date was released is the 15th, but that's not including the brutes because they're not here. So that can't include the brutes. So it's basically like that's when the retailers are allowed to show and sell them. Let's see. All right, so I wanted to bring up these pictures because I wanted to talk about these babies. Jeremy took these pictures like on the fly, as you can tell, but they give you a really good look of the natural lighting of what to expect with these. So I think they're really good pictures. So anytime I see photography, I mean, toy photography is awesome, and I love it. And like product photography is hard, and it's hard to do, but when you sometimes the natural light pictures can really just give you like a good look of like what you're gonna get. In particular with this, like the ogre scale demon, um, he looks awesome. Like, so this natural light picture really shows you like the detail, the paint. He's a big mamber jamber. He is heavy. Um, he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. And I know it's like we've been for 2 years looking at pictures and like, oh, like, you know, look at this. This is coming. This is cool. But man, once you start like getting these things in hand and really seeing them, man, so good. And I'm just really blown away by this guy. Like I really love him. Look at those bracers. And we get into the wizards, and the wizards are just incredible too. And if you look at that, like we have really nice um soft goods. I'm sorry guys. I thought that I could use Facebook and it would work, but it's not like working as well as I thought. Um oh, here we go. I can do this. Oh, that's even better. Look at this. I'm so professional. Oh no, I'm not. Let's see. So this guy's coloring really like in person made me think like different. It's a really nice sand, I call it like a sand color robe. Um this picture I think might be saturating him a little tiny bit more. He has it's a little lighter in my opinion. Um but it's a really cool color robe. Like it's just a really nice difference instead of being like overly dirty and like grungy and like aged. It's kind of like if a wizard kept himself nice and maybe used a little tatted little bit of bleach or something to keep his robes clean. Maybe not bleach. He might be more careful than that. But I'll tell you what, Mark. It does kind of have that look of the biblical adventure like color, but that's cool because it just gives you a variant. Like not everything has to be dark. Like not everything has to be like I said, like dirty. It's just really. I was really surprised. He was probably of the wizards in hand the one that surprised me the most as far as the coloration goes of it. Jeremy's dropping the info. Samir is a germaphobe, hence the clean robe. I don't know if that's canon. I hope it is canon because that's pretty hilarious if it is. Um, but I noticed that though, like even without like really getting into the story or the side info, I did notice that he definitely has um, a nice clean look, and I think that's awesome. Like that really works. Yeah, see, Will White saying like repeating what I'm thinking too. It's nice to have some crisp, soft goods. Like it's not everything has to be like dirty, so to say. Um, let's see, what was the next picture here? Oh, Jeremy's saying it's not canon. That's the thing, Jeremy. You gotta watch what you say. You know that, even on this dumb show. This guy's hot fire. This guy's like crazy good. Crazy good. He I might have to shut this down because my I didn't think that my um PMs would be coming through like that nonstop. Hey, what's up? It's me. At a different angle now. Um Kirby, yeah, I was going to try to do that. That's what I want to try to do now. Sorry about that, everyone. I was not thinking that. I just thought that it would be a good way to be able to I thought it would be a good way to avoid me having to make another slideshow, even though that, because I was literally doing the other slideshow right before I did came on air. All right, thank you, Kirby. That's what I was trying to do. So let's go back here. All right, so this guy is absolutely insane. Like, he's awesome. The shoulder pads, like Jeremy had said on a show, are they might be a little wonky, but I think that it's an issue with lining up the holes. So I it's like Father Christmas, like trying to word this properly without sounding dirty or not doing like the thing. You need to oh yeah, all right, well, that'd be good if I brought this back up again. There we go. All right, so I'm finding, I think that what's going on to get that whole, let me just say that shoulder piece is insane. Like, it is a thing unto itself where I think that it could be a thing where, like, I see some really creatives, like, making some crazy stuff out of it. Like, this is a repurposing where, like, you're literally, like, taking it and making, like a real high back neck collar guard, or like a face mask, and like I just see some wacky stuff coming out of this. Not wacky in a good way. Wacky's good. It's a really cool piece. It is, what we're not used to is that it is like a uni pauldron, so it has the two pegs like this. So you're not lining up separate pegs, which could be tricky in the past on some figures. You're lining up a double. So it's like not just one hole shot, it's a double hole shot. So you got to line up the cloak, or line up the holes in the back with the fabric, and then make that double hole shot. And just think about that and be patient, and you won't have any issues. You're going to see people in the cabal being like, this thing doesn't work. I got issues. I threw it against the wall. Be patient. That's all I can say. It's not that bad. Yeah, Jeremy, you know it. Like, I could see he's gonna do crazy stuff with it. Like, the minute I first saw it, I was like, this is gonna be weird. Like, this thing's cool. It's really cool. The way the hoods are, like, Jeremy, again, like he said on his show, again, go watch the show if you want really hands-on look with everything. The hoods are two-piece. And it works because the head itself really hides that two-piece, the neck piece. Even with like a non-bearded head, I don't think it's going to be obvious that it's a two-piece, but it works for assembly, and it's going to work for customs because you might not want a hood. Like, we're getting the classic wizard with that, but maybe you just don't want the extra bulk of the hood. Another thing of note is that it does have the Father Christmas belt, which has the clasp on the back. Again, be patient with it. It works. I found with the Father Christmas belt that what's happening is you need to have equal pressure on both sides when you put it together. You need to have pressure on the front piece where the hole is, and the back, the other side of it, which has the peg. You can loose get them together, but you can't press on it enough because of the soft good behind it. So if you can get it loose together where it's just together, and that's where the point where people get it, and then it pops easily, you need to take it the next step. Take a pair of tweezers or a long nose plier, put it between them, squeeze, done. You can like literally like swing them around by the belt. It's because like on a normal non-soft good figure, you would have a hard surface behind it to really engage that joint. And you can't do it because of the soft good. So, tweezers, long nose pliers, done. It's crazy. Like, share that info with everyone, because like Father Christmas, we're gonna see people like being like, these belts. Share that info. Try it yourself. You'll see that it works. I can't wait for ZoloCon too. I got a lot of work to do. Yeah. Mark, what's up, buddy? Congratulations on your win, my friend. I got to get that out to you. I'm going to get it out to you Monday. So just be ready. I'll send you the shipping on that for the Purple Gang Gang prize that you won. Definite Ming the Merciless. Facebook user saying he glues the belt. You can do that. Like if you're locked into that look, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, well, you know, it's a wizard. If you're going to lock it in, just freaking glue it and it'll work too. Like I said, I really found that if you used a pair of needle nose pliers, like, I mean, I just a little pressure and it just, and I was literally like holding him by the tab and swinging it, and the thing didn't come undone. Yeah, I'm pumped that the PGG's coming to Zolo. Oh, is that Joe Curtis? Okay, well that makes sense. Well, Joe, try along those pliers, my friend. I know you have them on your belt, on your utility belt, your Batman belt. Whip out them babies and just give it a try. Because, like I said, I find that that's what's going on. You can't get that pressure because there's nothing behind it. My first attempt, I took a sword and I tried to make it like to put a hard item behind it to press against the sword, but that wasn't working too well. So the long nose are definitely very helpful. All right, so let's see what else we have here. We already talked about him. This guy's awesome. He's got like again, he's got a lot of classic parts on him, a lot of really cool customizing parts. I think this guy's going to be like a sleeper sellout. What does that mean, you might ask? Len, what's the sleeper sellout? That's a figure that disappears before you even know it's gone. And the reason why is because we customizers, the people that do that type of thing, see a lot of value and usage on someone like this because he has the fabric thighs, fabric arms, leather gloves, leather boots. It's a different look for the 1.0. He has the removable chest plate chest system, which is phenomenal. Like if you didn't know it, you know it. It's great. It's the best way to do like a different chest look on the characters because we 3D printing people make the plates and you can change up the character and you still have like the really good fits of the factory on all of the torso limbs. It's really great. I'm telling you, this guy's gonna like disappear. We're gonna, once he starts getting people's hands, we're gonna see repaints of that head. I guarantee it. Guys are probably already like thinking of it. You're gonna see the people like Dennis doing repaints on that head, and when you see the repaints, you're gonna be like, "Holy crap! It's totally. Where did that come from?" This guy's gonna be. He's my, of the whole wave. He's my sleeper figure. He's gonna disappear before we know it. That's what happened back with Red Shield Soldiers, if you remember, with Arethyr. The guy just disappeared. Like everyone was like, "What the hell happened?" And next thing you know, he's $100. So definitely, this guy's a real sleeper, in my opinion, and an awesome figure. And the soft goods alone make him like worth the value because man, these soft goods are killer. Like I'm a big Mezco guy. I love Mezco. Mezco is a lot about soft goods, and I think these are on par, if not better than Mezco. Like when you talk about the evil the wizard, the dark wizard. There's wiring on every seam. Like his tabard is wired, the bottom seam of the cape, the hood. It's great, man. And the factory like stitch work is phenomenal. Like I can't say enough. I'm not trying to fanboy. If it wasn't as good as what I'm saying, I wouldn't say it. Let me just check the chat. I haven't looked in a while. Let's see here. Justin's saying the same thing. He's all good parts. He definitely ordered a couple extra. Mark saying it's customizer's dream. Will White saying new heads. Yeah, definitely have some new heads for all of them, really. Wholesome Warlock saying it's a customizer's dream. I want to see helmets for Zende. Okay. I think that's probably still Joe. Calazar's the sleeper. Jeremy's agreeing with me, probably because we both discussed it before, but I mean, we both think the same on a lot of things. And once you analyze this guy, you're like, oh, sleeper, because just the parts alone is worth the price of admission. You get a cape to do whatever you want with. You get a staff system that's really cool and different, and all those custom parts. And let's not like just talk about what he is and appreciate him before we rip him apart. That's some cool colors, like, using that like mustard yellow and the blue. The color palette's phenomenal, and it's not normal. Like, it's just not. It's not red and black. Let's just put it that way. Let's see here. Mark's saying salt and pepper beards add character. You better believe they do. Bald heads are easier to work with, and I'm assuming this is Joe. I have to agree with you. A lot of people are like, why are these guys all bald? Well, you can fit a bald head under a hood a lot better, so maybe that's the reason. I might or might not have, some wizardly type heads with hair coming, so if that's your third party delight, we have you covered. Let's see, Kevin Boots is saying that he wants more Zende. Zende, I haven't gotten to yet, but I've just heard nothing but good things. Curtis is saying that is the only one. He's really excited. Curtis, I honestly, man, I'm telling you, I think once you get these wizards, you're gonna like appreciate them. I know you're not excited because of what's under them, but I kind of don't care. Like, my first instinct with them is like, I don't care what's under them. These look really good. Like, I'm not going to take this robe off. I have to say that the feet on those smaller, slender Father Christmas style bodies are freaking super stable. Like, they're whatever your preconception of the 2.0 is of them falling down and waking to them every morning, these guys don't do it. It's Zende. No, not Zende. I got Zende on the head. Ziri. It's like the Ziri foot, where you could tell that like Eric looked at that and engineered where like the center fulcrum is. Like, okay, where am I going to put like this center ankle joint to come down, put enough meat on the back, enough meat on the front, make it like a shape that will really stand. And I think there was like, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy know better than me, but I think there was actual like engineering looked at to say, where can we get tons of stability for this foot? Because those suckers are stable. They're nice. Maybe we need a 2.0 foot pack in the future. All right, going back to the oh, definitely hats. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some cursed hats coming. Always hats. See, Kirby saying, I feel like nearly the whole wave is a sleeper outside of and third. It feels like there isn't a tremendous amount of hype. I think because there's a lot of new dudes, right? There's a lot of new dudes and ladies in our world that weren't here. When this wave was introduced, where it was said that it lost buzz because it took a little while. And I see why now, because they're amazing and they're different, and the way that they're not like the same old. Like, the difference between what we're seeing parts wise and engineering wise with the soft goods and the paint from Alithia to here is a huge jump. It's like the jump that we saw from my brains. It's like from the first Horseman wave, from Arethyr to Alithia, we were like, wow, that's a big jump. This is a bigger jump, I think. And it's a huge jump to Necro, right? So it took longer, but it's worth it. This was so worth the wait because this stuff is really phenomenal. I sidetracked too much because now I forget what Kirby said. What'd you say again, Kirby? Yeah, I think the demand is going to fly on these once they start getting in hand. There's going to be a lot of people that ordered them through retailers because they ordered them like a year ago, 6 months ago. So you're going to see like a lot more of like the newer fans like coming in and getting these like from retailers. So you'll see more hype later. So I think that's going to be really exciting. Will White saying wigs. Sure, yeah. Do some wigs. Kirby saying, giving us a song. Oh, I'm a little behind on the chat. Let's see here. Curtis wants to just make orcs out of them. At least it's not dwarfs. I'll give you that. Let's see, Mark. What are you saying, Mark? Mark is saying 2.0 bear arms, great for goblin community. Ripping wizard limbs. Hell, if you want to just rip the limbs off, then you can send me the rest. Send me all the capes. I'll take all those cloaks because they're freaking fire, man. I'm telling you. Let's see what Doug's saying. I haven't heard from Doug. I get the impression that the larger majority of fans have a preference for the 1.0 bodies over 2.0, but I've always been the opposite, preferably because I love goblins. Well, Dan, I will say that I agree with you. There has always been obvious like a more fondness for 1.0. I've always seen that from the beginning. I think I realized that when I was trying to play catch up and I was tracking like what was still available on Big Bad Toy Store, and I realized that like all the 1.0 sold out like crazy fast, and I'd be like, why is there no 1.0s left? What is going on? And it took talking to people and learning that was the more popular, like especially in the customizers community, body type. And it probably still is because everyone likes that are a little beefy and big, and knights are super popular, and the skeleton, everything was really based on it that are super popular. So it made a lot of sense. But I think 2.0 is definitely making ground, especially as they kind of do some different things like the gray alien, where he's like a hybrid 2.0, which I love that sucker. He's a great. I meant to bring mine here because I decked them out, but I forgot. There's my buddy. Not that buddy. This buddy. Hello, Emil. Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm glad to see you made it today. The robes look good, but how many characters are you going to have with the same soft goods? I think because the removable hoods, you can get different looks. And I don't know about you, but I'll put a black cape or soft goods on anything. I mean, I love vampires. I love skeletons. They can wear capes. I like it. All right, let's see here. What else we got? See, Tomas is saying, I would love to see the magical sidekick animals to the wizards, maybe owls. Oh, dude, like, yeah, familiars and animals would be awesome. I would love to see the studio tackle that more than someone like me. I really like injection molding for a lot of things. And I know that some of those guys that are there really love familiars too and the animals, and I think it's cool. Like I love the birds that we got, and you can't tell me there's not going to be an expansion on that. So that would be really exciting to see different like animals or little sidekicks and things. Like I really love that idea too. I am guessing this is CB. What's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I missed you terribly over the holidays. Thinking about you often. I hope that you are gonna be with us soon. It's odd to not have you around, and we miss you terribly. And get well, buddy. Just take care of yourself, man. I when the Fantastic Four set came, I was like, I just hope that like someone got CB this set. Like I hope that I knew it was going to go to your house, and I'm like, please tell me that like someone brought this to you. And I knew you'd get the Doom, but I knew like you were like me, you were waiting for that Mezco FF set like a lot, and I just hope that someone got it to you and that you got time to play with it maybe when you were home in between. There's like so much stuff that like came out that I know that you love, and I know you're going to be back. Let's see what else we got. Mark saying sidekicks would be awesome. Everyone's saying hello to you, CB. That's because everyone misses you so much. Let's see. Kirby saying at Legion's Con, almost everybody seems to have the same soft goods, Cabal t-shirts. So that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, we all wear the same shirts. We're all wearing the same stuff. Why can't we all wear the same, like, soft? Why can't our figures do it too, right? Everyone well wishing CB. which is awesome. I'm glad you're here, man. That's my nonsense, right? You should see my intro. I threw together an intro video with music, and it's the thing. It's the one where he's boxing, where he fights the immortal the champion, which is like my all-time favorite issue of any comic book. Let's see. Oh, good. CB saying getting better every day. That's awesome, man. I've had to make trips. I gotta take my dad to Morristown hospital for cardio stuff soon. So like I think of you all the time. I went through that in November, December with my parents with a lot of different things. Um, let's see. Oh, let's see. He's saying that he had it pre-ordered and got it brought to him at the hospital. I'm so happy about that because I know that'd be important to you. I can't help but I see that stuff and I can't help but think of you every time I say it. Let's see. All right, so let me see. Let's move on to the next. This guy's awesome. I love the stature of him. Like I like the presence. I like that he gives off that taller vibe, not only because of the insect on parts on his head, but he just gives off a vibe that he's taller. Like I don't know how you guys did that. I don't know how Eric did that to like make him look taller on the same buck as like many other figures. But he even in the box he has a presence of height. And that's like really cool. Like I think that's just like awesome that you're able to like fool that. And I don't know if that was intentional. It probably was, and because he has the back pieces too. He's got like the effects behind him. I love the wings. I like that they have that however they did the finish and the translucent plastic on that. Like they look real. They look like real insect wings. I'm in the middle of the sticks, the country in New Jersey, and there's bugs everywhere, and it looks like a real like a locust wing or a cicada wing that you'd find. It's just so cool. Like the paint's awesome. I know there's I haven't ripped them apart yet, so I can't get into the customizing. I know that obviously Jeremy's probably starting to rip into him after he opened them and showed everyone. Got to be a ton of customizing potential with him. Phenomenal figure, just shelf presence galore. It's like a build-up, right? Like we're seeing like a build-up, like from Arethyr to Alithia to Poxus, and then to the insanity that's coming next, right? To Necronomus, which is like crazy over the top. And again, I'm sure it was intentional, but it's just like this buildup of like dun 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 dun, and man, it's just crazy. The horse, I will admit, I'm not a huge horse guy. I like the horses. I respect the horses. I think they're awesome. I'm not gonna have like a ton of display with the horses, but this is a Poxus horse. I mean, this is a disease pestilent horse. It has beautiful paint. The armor's awesome. So like I think that it's worth it for the armor alone because it's just like a totally different look. I can't wait to see someone grab those pieces, paint them in maybe like in a metallic or like some kind of look that then put it onto a war horse, like create more of like like a armored war horse out of it. Just tons of cool looks on it. Like I'm not a horse guy and I'm impressed with him. Like, he's very, very cool. Hey, Santos, what's up, buddy? How you doing, bud? Enjoying that beautiful Florida weather. A little jealous of you. Of course, it was 15 degrees like 4 days ago and 55 degrees yesterday. I hope you're enjoying where you are, my friend. Let's see, Billy saying that head and beard had to be part of the verticalness. Yeah, Billy, you're right. Like it's like elongating. Like it's obviously like a look that like you try to achieve. And the long beard, the head, the parts on the back, it just adds to his dimensions and it gives you that look of like height. When if you put him back to back with probably another character, it's the same height. But it gives you that illusion, and that's fantastic. Like I think that's just amazing. let's see here. Oh, this guy's just insane. So like, I'm gonna go on the train of like we got a little spoil of him because of coming out with PowerCon, the green one, the Whiplash. So like maybe he lost some steam, or maybe it was like not as exciting because people are like, oh, we saw it already. No, no, no. This is gonna beat your expectations because this guy's different. He's a big Majangawanga. He is heavy, heavy, heavy. Like it's very surprising to lift this box on the weight of him. Beautiful box art too. He's on it. It's got a nice, really cool blue, and he's awesome. I don't know if Jeremy's still here, but I don't know. Or Joe's here. So like, what's adding to that weight? Like it feels heavier than the PowerCon than the Whiplash figure. I didn't mute all the chats. That's just Nate. I asked Nate if he wanted to come on the show with me, and then he just saw it now. Yeah, this figure's awesome, and it's just I'm really excited to tear into him because I like that you can do the shoulder pauldrons with the harness, with the half giant. Like I love the Nate Barsh kit that came, but I wanted to have the harness and the pauldrons. I ended up doing mine with magnets. I snipped off the plugs off the pauldrons and I glued magnet to one, and I put magnets inside the back of, I glued them to the inside of the back of the harness, and they work great that way. So I can have the look of both. I did a custom with one that I gave as a gift last year for Christmas to my good buddy, my best buddy. And it was cool. It worked out really well with the magnets. Let's see here. Joe's answering me. No idea what makes him heavier feeling, honestly. Didn't notice the difference. No, maybe I just have to do a side by side. I just kind of like when I picked it up, I was like, man, he just feels really heavier. I just thought he felt heavier. You would know more than me, though. You're picking him up and putting him down way more than this guy. Jeremy's saying just a solid figure, but it does feel heavier than Scourge and Pragnar. I feel like it feels heavier than Pragnar, and Pragnar's pretty heavy. It's no Slog. Slog is the densest meatball out there. Yeah, this guy is awesome. And the paint is just phenomenal on him to go back. Like, you can't see it here because of the angle, but I noticed that his like muzzle area has a really different paint color of shading than the rest of him, and it blends back. So like it picks up at the spikes on his mutton chops, and that's where like the colors start to blend more with the body colors, and it just gives it a really striking look. Like it highlights his face in an amazing way, where you look at this figure and you're like, oh, damn, like that, like the face is really nice. Because when you're dealing with a figure like with I use the term monochromatic, with all the blues, how are you going to make that like pop where the face doesn't like disappear? And the face doesn't disappear because there's like a slight shading variance with those blues, and it's really impressive. I feel like this is everybody's like big one. It's so awesome to see people like really excited to get a nice female 2.0 figure in hand, and she looks amazing. I haven't had much hands-on with her, to be honest, but like it's just a beautiful character, a beautiful face sculpt. I mean, look at the soft detail in that. I don't know if you guys can see it like I'm seeing it, but it's a beautiful figure, and I'm sure that the soft goods, if they're anything like the others, are phenomenal. Like I said, Thrace's, it's every edge is a wire. So like there's wiring in the tabard on the the skirt pieces. There's wiring on the full cape, on the hood. They didn't slack off and like not wire some part of it that you would want to be wired, and it's just a beautiful blend of soft goods and the hard goods that we still like. I don't know if that's the word, hard goods, where it just still looks like really good and it doesn't look like adult, right? Because that's what everyone criticizes, like Mezco. Not everyone, but people that don't like it. I love it. I'm fine with it. But I get it. Like, you like that. And this is a beautiful blend of both. And these guys do a phenomenal job of it. Um, Kirby saying Thrice is the face that runs the place. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful application. And, you know, there's people taking time with this. They're not just slapping it together. The staffs are awesome. Like, they're modular, like you all know. Again, go watch Jeremy's show, the rerun of it from Wednesday, because he goes over everything. And the staffs are all modular, that you can change them up. I think Joe said they're interchangeable between this line, between Poxus, but there might not be interchangeable with other ones. So there could be other staffs that they don't like work, because, you know, it's not all about compatibility. Sometimes it's about form over function, and you want them to look right. So I'm sure that was the case with some of the weapons units. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go back there. Yeah, hard goods. I don't think that's a word. I'll just make it up. We did this guy already before, right? This is the one we were saying where he's clean. He's clean. And now it's now canon that he's a germaphobe. That his little bag here is filled with Purell. I think Jeremy was saying something about that, which I didn't know, but apparently that's like real. Like, he carries around like Purell in his little pouches and bottle potions, and that's why he's so clean. And he is. But it's a very nice, different look, and I think that's really cool. And we already went over this guy, and we already went over the big guy, and we called him the sleeper hit. Get him right away, and the big guys. And that's it for that. And I really wasn't planning on going that deep into Poxus, but I guess once you get rolling and once you get talking, you kind of like get carried away, because that's what happened there, folks, right? Let me share. Sorry if I'm oversharing, but let me share the schedule of events. I like to do this because I think they're fun and I think they're important. And why do I always talk about them? And why do I always go to this page, which is sourcehorseman.com/events? Well, I do it because events are fun and toys are awesome, and they're best enjoyed with a friend. Toy shows are a great time to go and meet people and see real life people, and don't just live in your basement, live in your office, and, you know, get out there and talk about the toys that you love. If you love Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, chances are it's because your personality is similar to other fans, and chances are you're going to be comfortable with them. So don't be anxious, don't be nervous. Get out there, get to events, meet people, and talk, and you can find your own little clan, your own little wolf pack of people, and expand it all the time, and you will have a good time at events. MegaCon Orlando is coming February 1st to 4th. First time that they are going to be at a show in Florida. Guys are super excited for that. It's being run by Slap Happy Toys, Jeff Ricardo. I probably said that wrong. They're going to throw an amazing event for everyone. They're getting a lot of figures. They're getting a lot of stuff. Street teams usually have a very limited amount that they offer, but they're going to have a really decent amount of things there. So you guys, if you can get to MegaCon Orlando, highly suggest that you get there. Use sourcehorseman.com/events to go to get the full details on it. I don't know if it's like a show where you have to pre-buy tickets. It's a con, which means it's not just like a toy show. So there is a chance that you might have to pre-purchase. But definitely, I think you guys should really make that a big event that you want to get to. February 23rd to 25th, only a month away, Zolicon. Zolicon is outside of Philadelphia. And that is another exciting show. There's going to be a show exclusive this year, which, let's see if we can find it. There he is. Warrior Beast Skullman. And I know this isn't up everyone's alley, but it is certainly up mine. This is a slideshow. I thought it was a normal thing. Oh, man, Strength is going to be there. That's awesome, though. That's really cool because I actually did meet him once, and he is an awesome artist to meet. And I'm actually going to bring something for him to sign. And I don't normally do that, but I have his first comic that he did. It was it was old. It was from like maybe the 50s, and it was one of those like 50s like weird superhero comics, and it was the first one he ever did. I sourced it like a couple of years ago, and I think I'm gonna bring it and have him sign it because I think that's cool. I'm not really a big signing guy, but I think that's cool. So Zolocon, it has an exclusive that's not available from the Horsemen. That is a Zolocon exclusive. That's something you have to buy from them. You can follow the link on sourcehorseman.com/events to get the information on buying them. That it's a fun time. I've been doing that show since like 2018, 2017. It's a fun show. I've met some of the most important people in my life at Zolocon, which is crazy to think of, but it's where it happened. It's a good event. It's fun. It's at a really cool venue. I know I talk about it a lot, but definitely I would suggest getting there. March 16th, I'm not going to do any. I'm going to do up to Toylanta, guys. Don't worry. VesquiCon is it's probably the biggest event going on right. Well, VesquiCon. It's a 1-day event, but everyone's going to be there. There's a lot of studio guys that are going to be there. Curtis is going to be there. Jesse's going to be there. Wolfgang's going to be there. Jeremy's going to be there. Pete, Steve, Jeremy DeWitt, Travis, they're going to be there. And there's going to be Mythics there. And they're planning a Mythic meetup event one night. And they want to just really like have that like mid-year pre-Legions Con vibe going where like there's a lot of Legions people that get together and just really have a good time. Then we have Toylanta happening March 22nd to 24th. And the guys did that last year, so they're building up quite the crowd. A lot of the new people we see, fans in the Cabal and whatnot, are coming from that show. They got introduced to Legions, and they're like, oh, this is some cool stuff, man. Let's get into it. And we're seeing them now. Like a lot of the guys that are really contributing and being interactive in the community came from some of these shows where the studio did some street teams or they traveled out to different areas besides the Northeast, and it's definitely paying off. And then you see there's the rest of them are all coming, and we'll go over those again at some other point, but got a lot of good shows, a lot of good stuff going on. So let's see. Toylanta home is a big dub. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Like, there are a lot of guys that came into the community that are now like really well recognized and contribute a lot that came from like new shows from like Toylanta, and it's just going to keep happening. We'll see people from Florida. Decon's going to be in Vegas, man. That's awesome. Let's see here. All right. So we're winding down. I don't know if anyone wants to see anything, but if you want to take a look at some of the new things that I'm going to be dropping into the website, I can show you and talk about a few of them, and a few of them I can't. So I have to be very careful with this share because there's a couple surprises that no one really knows about. It's true. It happens. Let's see. So from the mind of Mr. Jeremy Gerard and Walter DeMarco comes another in the mouse series, and this is the blind mouse, like 3 blind mice, but maybe more like a blind master type of thing. But this is a cool head that they did together where he's a mouse that's blindfolded. So it's like the 3 blind mice thing. but it's just cool because we haven't done a mouse head in a while, and they kind of slowed down a little bit. They picked up a lot in the past couple months, like a lot. So I'm restocking the feet. I'm restocking more hands, and we're doing this head, and the other ones are in stock now, but there's going to be a full replenish. So this is going to be hitting the website. Sorry, some of these images are a little, I didn't get to like crop and stuff yet. We are bringing in, so 3 years ago, 2 years ago, Emil did a series of orcs, and the only one we had on our site was the orc that was like a more stern, non-expression face. And but we're bringing them all back now. Emil went and did a little remaster on them last week, so they're not just the same ones. So when we bring them back, the eyes are a little different. He took the things that he learned from sculpting over the past couple of years and went in and looked at the files and said, oh, I got to change this, I got to change this, change the ears a little so they don't break as much, the teeth, the veins are deeper. Like you noticeably can tell looking at these that they look better. The earring, the eyebrow earring, like on this one, is more prominent and you can see through it. Like when I got these off the first print, I was like, yeah, wow, that's really like a high def version of this, especially the dwarf heads. This is the scarred orc that we call it. And again, he did a little remaster on it, and he's a little banged up. This is the more standard face. Again, guys, I'm really sorry about these pics. Some of them are a little rough. This is the angry one. And it's just cool that they get a little remaster. This one was this is the non-laughing version of the laughing dwarf. So again, you can see it in the eyes, especially like the eyes are like a little bigger. Let me see. Oh, this was actually something I sculpted like a few years ago. And I never sold it because I didn't know if it was good enough. And I think I'm going to. It's just like a demon. She has like a reptilian skin, demon horns all around. Thought maybe with Cosmic it might be, maybe people can do something with it, you know. Just want to dwarfy. This was kind of a silly head I was working on to really like merge into the specs. And I needed to do just 1 or 2 adjustments to finalize him, the mantis, and then he's going to be ready. So I'm not like, this show's not going to be me pushing product. It's going to be more about communities and talking. If it is me pushing product, I will say that. Like I'm going to be like, hey, I'm doing a product drop, and this show is going to be about that. Like I'm not. If you guys know me, I'm not all about like spam and like you know, like, oh, here's my stuff, like constantly. So I will have that on occasion if I have a guest. That could be the way. But like so last year when I was doing these, I did like I'm gonna do all these synchrocasts with YouTube. But last year, like if it was a YouTube cast, that meant I was like gonna be like here trying to pitch you stuff like, hey, come check it, you know, like I get that, but like you see it in the cabal, you get it from everywhere. Like I don't need to like, I don't think I have to really like get into the product pitch. This is in the Wolf Den group, and chances are if you're in the Wolf Den group, you already know who we are and know what the website is. But like I said though, I mean, I definitely will talk product, and I'm always here to talk shop. I appreciate you guys that stuck this out for this long. I'm gonna be changing this up a little. I think I'm gonna be doing this on off weeks of Legion's Cast. So if we do Legion's Cast the Thursday, I'm not gonna do the Bark of the Moon. I'm gonna call it Line Live probably a lot, but that was a little too flamboyant of me, I felt, to use my own name in a title. That's not my way. But anyway, I'm gonna probably do them off week. I might do them every week. You never know. I'm gonna nail down more of a format. I have some ideas of things I'd like to do and talk about. Where like each like 15 minutes has like some kind of segment into it. And I do have some ideas. So I wanted to get one off just to get the rust out, get me moving, get me up and going. You guys see this? See where he stuck it out? This was a grail that I acquired thanks to a really good friend that hooked me up. Right time, right place. You know, it's one of my most sought after figures for the past 3 years. I know I could have just popped on eBay and found one and bought it or whatever, but I don't like to spend a fortune. I indulged at Christmas for myself and did pay for it, but it was from a good friend and it was still a really, really good deal. But I got this guy and I'm like over the moon about it because Rygar was one that like I really wanted to get. Like he was my number one right now. The purple wizard. I could picture him in my brain and I can't remember his name. Sorry. He was my number 2, Joran, Runeshaper. But this Rygar was number 1, but like it was just, you know, I never landed at the right time and right place, but it happened. And I happened to feel like comfortable enough to spend the money on it, and I did, and my buddy hooked it up, and I was able to pick him up the other day, and I'm so stoked about it. Like I'm gonna open them, by the way. Like he'll go with my scapular on the shelves back there, and over the moon about it. I don't know who this is. I might still be CB buddy. If you ever want to chat, you're bored, still in that hospital, just shoot me a message, man. Always open to talk. That's about it, fellas. We were hitting at the 2:30 mark. I hit an hour and a half. I promise you better content in the future. I appreciate everyone that came out to hang with me. I hope I didn't bore you off your butts. And hopefully we'll see you next Friday. If not, it will be the following Friday. Make sure you tune in to Legion's Cast and maybe pop into Shooting the Shelf Sunday night. Give me a look. Purple Gang tomorrow night. Don't forget that. They're giving away a scapular. All right, everyone. Be good.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something.